Woo, thank you. No need for all of that applause all the time, guys. Come on. But welcome to Woodsman's Knife Channel. Another Condor knife here. And this is a knife that has been done on YouTube over and over again. But I need to make my own review on this knife here because this knife here just deserves so many reviews on YouTube as possible. And this is just a beast of a knife, guys. Now just look at this. One massive badass blade. This is probably one of my favorite designs out there. This is just such a beautiful knife, guys. And we are not, of course, only just talking about this knife here today. We are gonna go out and we are gonna test this knife here out, guys. So this is gonna get a great video. I'm really looking forward to this one here also. And this is a knife that I also has been used a lot out in the field. Most primarily as a machete knife when I'm going through some thick forest and stuff. I usually just put this knife here. I attach it to my back and just use it as a machete. But we are gonna test this knife here. For more than just a machete today, guys. We are really gonna test this as a field knife because trust me, this can do so much more than just clear brush and be used as a machete. And that is one of the things that I really like about this knife here because Condor is a company that is specialized in making machetes and stuff. And this is definitely no exception, but they kind of went on a little bit different design for this one here, and this is a knife that definitely is it can definitely be a brutal fighting knife. It's a machete. It's a do-all kind of knife, and they really did a great job on putting all of that in this knife here. And it is very thin knife as well. I'm just gonna put all the specs up here so you can see what I'm talking about. This is probably one of the biggest knives that I got in my entire collection. And it's definitely also the most lightest knife that I have of all of my big knives. This is under 500 gram, guys. So this is a knife that you can definitely work with all day long out in the field without your arms or your hands are getting tired out there. So that is a must-have for a knife collector or for a knife user. This is definitely a knife that is capable of doing a lot of stuff out in the field. And again, Condor just made a phenomenal, beautiful Kydex sheath with leather belt attachment on the back, and you can click this bottom off here and you can strap it to your backpack. Yeah, that is what I usually do with this knife here. Strap it to my backpack, and I use this as a machete if I need it. And now you can see here it doesn't sit very strong in the sheath, but that is something that you can correct very easily. You can just take a heat blower and warm this Kydex up and just push it in, and this knife here will sit much more securely in the sheath. But I don't mind that. I love when my knife is quickly to access. I don't carry my knife like this. I always carry my knife like this or on a backpack. So this is not a problem for me that the knife is a little bit loose. So yeah, enough talk, guys. Let's go out and see what this knife is capable of. Let's go. Okay, now let's see what the Condor Atrox is capable of. And as I told you, I use this knife here as a machete when I'm out in the field, when I'm going through some thick woods and stuff. And this is definitely a very good tool for that. But that is not all you want to see. I know that you want to see if this here can be used as a field knife, as a woodsman's knife, and that is what we are gonna see today. And look at this. This is just such a beautiful design. I really love this here, and it got this false edge up here. So it should definitely go through the chicken like butter, and you can sharpen this up if you wanted to, but I don't need that because I don't want to ruin my towing stick if I needed to do that kind of work for me. So yeah, and it comes with this beautiful Kydex sheath as well, guys. So let's see what this knife here is capable of. Okay, now I haven't used this knife here for any kind of stuff besides cutting brush and using it as a machete. So the edge on this knife here is like brand new. It hasn't really been worked on very hard. So let's see how this will go through the water hose. Like butter. Now, let's see. Let's try to beton. Oh, let's just do the wait. Let's just do some feather curls, and as you can see, it doesn't have. This here is not a finger choil. I believe this is for some fire steel, but we are gonna try to find that out later. So, but the blade is going almost down to the finger here, so you should have some good control over it. And this is just now, to be honest with you guys, this is just almost too easy. Look at that. That was really easy to do this knife here. I really didn't expect that. What about some back cuts here? They really, wow. This is, look at that. I'll be honest with you guys, I do believe that this knife here is probably the best knife to do feather curls with that I have ever tested out in the field yet. This was just so easy. Now let's try to beton a little bit. Now as you can see, it's of course a full tank construction, but it's a very thin blade, so it ain't meant for this kinds of stuff here, but it goes through it fairly easy. You can do it, but as you can see, it's not splitting the wood, but that is not something that I would expect with a knife like this. This is really, it is a big knot there, guys, so yeah, we got through it. Now let's see if we can get through this big thump here in one blow. And one of the things that I really like about this handle here is that, now see if you can see this, try to see all that space you got up here, and it got this, it's kind of widening out down here, so you can really get a good grip when you're using it as a machete or whatever, but also to do this. But I don't think that I can do this in one blow, but let's try, guys. It actually could. It actually did it very easily. Let's try that again. And again, wow. And I guess that is because that you got that extra grip down here in the button, so you can really get some momentum when you are working with this knife here. And it's just a nice knife to play with. Let's see if we can make some 10 spikes here. Easy. Yeah. Let's see if we can cut down a small tree with this knife here, guys. Okay. Now, as I told you, I'm mostly using this knife here as a machete, and it is just built for that kind of job. But let's see if we can cut down a smaller tree here. Look at that. That was actually not a small tree. Look at this. This is like 3-inch tree, and we got through that in like under a minute, and it's wet, so yeah, it definitely can cut through a tree if you wanted to. Awesome, guys. Now let's see how the stabbing capability is on this knife here on a car tire. Okay, let's see if we can get through this. Just did that. Look at that. Very, very easily. It just bites down. Now this is just a normal car tire. It's not reinforced or something like this, but look at that. Awesome, guys. Beautiful. Yeah. Let's see what it can do to some chicken.
The only limitations are those you set up in your own mind. There is no such thing as impossible. If you can believe it, then you can achieve it.
Limitations? There are no such thing as limitations. The only thing holding you back is yourself. Your own views of what is and what is not possible.
It's easy to get deflated when others don't believe in you, especially those that might be close to you. There are always going to be those that say it can't be done. Their thoughts and their feelings will beat you down. They will knock you down to the ground. But I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You will get back up on your feet, because you know there is more inside you than they will ever know. You know your greatness. They know nothing. They don't know your courage. You know. They don't know the fight in you. You know. They don't know the sacrifices you are willing to make. You know. They do not know that you will stop at nothing to achieve your goal. How hard you will work to reach that dream you have. They know nothing. They know not that you have the heart of a lion, the courage of 1,000 men, and the strength of the universe.
Okay, let's see how the Atrox will perform with the chicken test here. And one of the things that Condor is writing in the description of this knife here is that I do believe that they wrote, like, make no mistake, this knife here is ready to do some nasty stuff. So let's find out if this knife here is ready to do some nasty stuff. But this knife here is so massive that it is kind of a small sword, guys, and it's just bring it to the hand. And it's just going through it like butter. Just pierce the skin there. Almost the entire chicken. Just pierce the chicken there. Yeah. It is just a nasty, nasty knife. You could really defend yourself very well against a bear or something like that out in the field if you wanted to, if you needed to help you with that kinds of stuff. Look at that. Awesome. Okay, just a quick test here, guys. Let's see if that little nut down there is designed for making some sparks with this fire steel. Yeah, you can actually do it with it. What about the back? No, the back is definitely not. But you can really use the false edge up here. If maybe I was just lucky. Not the best knife to do that with, so have a little striker with you. Don't expect that with this knife here. Okay guys, that was some test of the Condor Atrox, and what a performer it is. It is definitely a workhorse. It can be used for much more than only a machete. This is probably one of the most beautiful knives that I have ever owned. That's for sure. This is, in my opinion, a must-have for, yeah, if you are outdoors man like I am, or if you are a collector like me. This is definitely something that is a must-have. If you ask me, it's just such a nice knife, and the handle, Condor just did a phenomenal job on this handle here. It's so comfortable holding. Also, when you do some finer works, and this is a massive knife, but as I told you, it's a very thin knife, so it's so easy to make some fine feather curls and stuff like that. You don't have that feeling that you are using a massive knife, that you actually are, because of the weight on this knife here. It's under 500 grams, guys, and it's just a massive blade. And again, the Kydex sheath is just so well built. It is a little loose, as I told you, but with a heat blower you can just push this in, and this will stay secure in the Kydex sheath if you wanted to. And look at this high quality leather that they are having on the back here, and you can of course snap this off and put it into your backpack or whatever you need it to. One thing is for sure, Condor don't fool around for the knives. They build knives that are meant to get used, and this here is definitely no exception to that. Yeah, I am Woodsman. See you in Valhalla. Until next video.